Okay, now for the box plot. So what we do when we make a box plot is we take the data, and the first thing we need to do is put it in order from least to greatest, because then we're going to find the median, and then we're going to find the median of the upper half and the median of the lower half. Because what we're trying to do is take the data and cut it into 4 pieces. And in each piece, you're going to have the same amount of data. So we're basically going to distribute evenly 4 pieces of data. The data into 4 chunks. So first thing is I need to put it in order from smallest to greatest. So I've got a 5. That seems to be my smallest. Again, I'm going to cross them off as I go. By the way, you can also do this on your graphing calculator. You could type this in and ask it to sort it, and then it would put it from smallest to greatest. It will also make a box plot for you. But I want you to be able to do it by hand as well, because it's just, if you can do it by hand, then you know what you're doing. And then you can go ahead and use the calculator. Okay, so next will be a 6, and another 6, and another 6. Any more 6s? Doesn't look like it. My 7s, I have 1, 2, 3, 4 7s. 1, 2, 3, 4 7s. 8, I've got 1, 2 8s. 9s, I've got 1 9. 10s, I have 1, 2, 3 10s. 11s, I have 1, 2, and I have 1 12. Okay. Once I have it in order, then what I want to do is I want to find the median. That's the first thing that I'm going to find is the median. So how many pieces of data do I have? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. So I have 17 pieces of data. So I take that 17 and I cut it in half. Half of 17 is 8.5. So the median is going to be after the 8th piece of data. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. This is going to be the median right here. I'm going to circle it. So I have 8 on this side. You'll see I have 8 on this side. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, so again, I took how much data? There were 17 values. I divided it by 2. That gave me 8.5. So it means the median is going to be after number 8, between 8 and 9. Okay, there it is. So I have 8 on this side, 8 on that side. The median is 8. Now I'm going to ignore that one. Okay, I'm not going to try and cut it in half or anything. I'm going to ignore it, and I'm just going to look at the lower half. I'm going to find the median of the lower half. So I have 8 pieces of data here. So 8 divided by 2 is 4. So the median is going to be after the 4th piece of data. So there's 4 pieces of data here. The median is going to be between the 4th and the 5th. Okay, since it's an even number, there isn't one number that's in the center. So I'm going to have to go in between these two. There's 2 numbers in the middle. So I'm going to go halfway between those. So I could do 6 plus 7 divided by 2, and that gets me 6.5. Halfway between 6 and 7 is 6.5. We call that Q1. So 6.5. This is my Q1. The median is also called Q2. And then I'm going to find the median of the top half. So again, there's 8 pieces here. So the middle is going to be after the 4th. It's going to be between the 4th and the 5th. Okay, so this half of the data, of these 8 data items, it's going to be between 10 and 10. What's halfway between 10 and 10? Just 10. So we call that Q3. And then we also want to write down what's the minimum value and what's the maximum value. So the minimum value is 5, and the maximum value is 12. So notice the order. This is called the 5-number summary. I did not go, what's the minimum, then what's Q1, what's the median, what's Q3. I didn't do it like that. Instead, I found the median first, then I found Q1 second, I found Q3 third, and then I filled in my minimum and my maximum. That's the order that I found them in. Okay? If your number of data is divisible by 4, then it's really easy. If I had, say, 16 pieces of data, 16 divided by 4 is 4, then it would have been every 4th piece of data I would have had a quartile. Okay, because basically what this is doing is it's dividing up the data into 4 groups that have the same number of data items in it. So this has 4, 4, 4, 4. Unfortunately, we had one extra because I had an odd number of data to begin with. So that we kind of ignore it when we find the median of the two halves. Okay, if you have an odd number of data items, the one in the middle is the median, but then you ignore it for when you find Q1 and Q3. All right, so now we're going to draw the box plot. So what we do is we are going to put little vertical lines at the minimum, Q1, median, Q3, and maximum. So these numbers, we're going to put a little vertical line. So 5, 6.5, 8, 10, and 12. So what this is saying is that I've now broken up my number line into basically 4 pieces. So from here to here is 1/4 of my data, and from here to here is 1/4, from here to here is 1/4, and from here to here is 1/4. So the 2 on the outside, we call those whiskers, and the 2 groups in the middle, we make that a box. So this plot is also known as a box and whisker plot. Okay, so it's called a box plot or a box and whisker, with these being called the whiskers. Okay, this can also be done on your graphing calculator, and we will practice that in class. It will make this for you. And the nice thing about that is when you use your trace function, it'll tell you exactly where is your minimum, your Q1, your Q2, your Q3, and your maximum. Okay, so for right now, we're going to go ahead and label these. Normally, you don't need to label them if you're plotting them, because people who know how to read a box plot don't need these things labeled. But we'll go ahead and label it for instructional purposes. Okay, that is a box plot.